Today we're taking an in-depth look at the DJI Mavic Air. Is it worthwhile? What are the specs? How cool is the camera? Let's find out. It's time for Unboxed Daily. Welcome to Unboxed Daily. I'm your host Jason, a pleasure to see you as always. Today we're taking an in-depth look at the newly announced DJI Mavic Air. Now, this is the most recent drone released from drone producer DJI. It's got a lot of great buzz, and we're here to bring you all the information you need to know. Any thoughts or questions? Leave me a comment or tweet at us at GetUnboxed. First up, before we dive into seeing the Mavic Air in action, I think it's important to take a look at the specs and make sure that it's up to snuff for those of you that are drone enthusiasts. So let's take a look at this first video from Ben from Authentic, where he's going over the basic specs of this new drone.
And a very cool 32 megapixel spherical panorama mode. Stitching photos in Photoshop can take forever, but with this Mavic Air, it could capture and stitch 25 photos automatically, takes just 1 minute to process, and then the high-res image is saved over to your camera roll. It looks faster and easier than ever to capture aerial panos with just a tap of a button. It can also now capture HDR photos, and I can't wait to test this one out as well, since a lot of aerial photos are trying to expose for high contrast scenes.
360 panoramic shots, HDR features? All right, so far so good. Now, one of the things DJI drones are known for are the hand gestures you can use to actually control them. As many say, it's a little bit like using the Force from Star Wars. Well, YouTuber Sam Sheffer had an opportunity at the actual announcement event to try the new hand gestures with the DJI Mavic Air, and I gotta tell you, it looks pretty good.
You can fly the Mavic Air with your hands, and I got to do this at the event, and I felt like a Jedi. I mean, everyone says, oh, you feel like a Jedi, I feel like Harry Potter. You really do. You kind of just like hold out your hand, make a bunch of gestures. You can make the drone come to you, go away from you, go up and down, take a selfie, color me impressed.
Yes, to answer the question on everybody's mind, these are the drones you're looking for.
That's not how the Force works.
One of the most important components for any drone has to be the battery life. If you can't film for more than a few minutes at a time, it's not a worthwhile expenditure. Well, Saf from SuperSaf TV is here to tell us all about the battery life and other important features of the new DJI Mavic Air.
You've got up to 21 minutes of flight time here on the Mavic Air, which should be really good. And you've still got the intelligent flight modes, including some new ones. So let's take this out and see what it can do.
A 21-minute battery life, while not top of the line, is still very solid. And if you're thinking the Mavic Air is right for you, you should know that buying extra batteries, totally a worthwhile expenditure. Last but certainly not least, one of the most important components of any new drone is the quality of the camera. And the Mavic Air certainly comes with a great camera that is capable of a lot. But how does it compare to its predecessors? Well, iJustine is here to answer that question as she takes a look at footage from the Mavic Air and compares it to 3 of its predecessors.
The drone will do a set flight pattern and it'll save that right to your phone so you're able to share that out immediately. So I'd say my favorite is probably the asteroid. So basically the drone follows the flight pattern directly up. So it does a really cool spherical shot of everything around you.
So it's worth noting that the Mavic Air, while certainly a high quality camera, is not yet capable of 4K at 60 FPS. It only does 30 FPS. Still, we could see 60 FPS in the future with a software update, and I still think the Mavic Air has a great camera that makes it worthwhile. Well, that's it for our look at the DJI Mavic Air. What do you think? Is it worthwhile, or should you wait for the next generation? Let me know in the comments or tweet at us at GetUnboxed. In the meantime, if you want to see other shows we've produced, head on over to Unboxed.tv or look us up on the iOS store. I'll see you back here soon for more great looks at awesome drones. I'm your host, Jason. Have a great day.